From two suspects who turned a simple speeding violation into a direct ticket to the morgue, to a driver who not only killed a bystander but also demolished an entire building in a gut-wrenching crash, to a man who somehow parked his car vertically against a tree because horizontal was too boring. These are 6 chases in Maryland that ended in a body bag. Let's roll the tape. June 4th, 2025, around 2:18 a.m., a Maryland Transportation Authority police officer encountered an Infiniti sedan traveling erratically northbound on I-95, only to watch the driver refuse to stop and speed away into the night. The officer attempted to keep pace, but the Infiniti's driver pushed the sedan to its limits, weaving through lanes with no regard for anyone else on the road. Minutes later, the officer lost sight of the vehicle, only to find a scene of utter destruction ahead. The Infiniti had crashed violently, leaving behind twisted metal, shattered glass, and 2 bodies thrown from the wreckage. What started as a routine patrol turned into a recovery mission before the officer could even call for backup.
You're coming 95 southbound.
13 of them.
Hello? Hello?
C45 dispatch. Entering 401 right now.
It's going to be 2 individuals ejected from the vehicle. Sir? Sir?
C46, starts from VRT, so we gotta shut down the roadway.
Sir?
46 black.
Sir?
The officer radioed dispatch with words no cop wants to say. 2 individuals had been ejected from the vehicle during the rollover crash. One body lay on the pavement while the other was partially embedded in the shattered windshield, a scene of carnage that would haunt anyone who witnessed it. The officer rushed to the closest victim, checked for a pulse, and immediately began CPR, refusing to give up despite the catastrophic injuries. But the victim's pupils were fixed and unresponsive, and no amount of chest compressions could bring back what was already gone.
He's on standby to assist if need be.
I don't even want to touch him. Yeah, shit, hold it.
Emergency responders arrived to find officers still performing CPR, but it was too late. Both suspects were pronounced dead at the scene, their high-speed escape attempt ending in matching body bags. The officer who had tried to save them stood back, watching as the roadway was shut down, and investigators documented the wreckage. A simple traffic encounter had turned into a double fatality in less time than it takes to finish a cup of coffee. No bystanders were hurt, no other vehicles involved. Just 2 people who thought they could outrun the law and discovered that physics always collects its debt. December 31st, 2022. A Maryland state trooper was patrolling a fog-covered I-95 in Cecil County when a vehicle's erratic behavior caught his attention through the low visibility. He positioned his patrol car behind it, preparing for a routine traffic stop that would never be completed. Instead of pulling over, the driver hit the gas, turning a simple citation into a high-risk pursuit through heavy interstate traffic. The trooper followed as both vehicles gained speed, the fog making every second more dangerous for everyone on the road. A routine New Year's Eve patrol had just become a life-or-death gamble.
She was a little bit upset, Father. You can add me to a license card.
Northbound, we're passing that right now. 11 highway. She's just jerking the wheel.
She's valid, negative for 1.
She's accelerating again, back up to 100. Back to 100. Highway, she's veering back and forth. She doesn't 1050, I'll be surprised.
The suspect vehicle weaved through lanes, trying to shake the trooper while civilian drivers remained unaware of the danger unfolding around them. Reduced visibility from the fog, combined with high speeds and moderate traffic, created a volatile mix that could explode into disaster at any moment. Police had to balance two impossible priorities: stopping the fleeing driver and preventing a catastrophic collision with innocent bystanders. Every decision carried the weight of potential tragedy, and every second mattered more than the last. The pursuit pushed deeper into the interstate, and the margin for error shrank to nothing.
You guys can hold it now.
Vehicle's on fire, start fireboards.
Northeast, I believe there's the ramp from northbound to southbound 279. We'll be able to in a minute.
11 highway.
She's in the car. I can't get to her.
The pursuit reached its breaking point when the suspect vehicle crashed fatally, turning a traffic stop into a recovery scene on the foggy Maryland highway. What started as a routine patrol ended in loss, a stark reminder of how quickly situations escalate when drivers refuse to comply with law enforcement. The trooper was left to process the aftermath, knowing that one person's decision to flee had turned an ordinary day into a permanent tragedy. No civilians were injured, but the outcome could not be undone, only understood and mourned. A simple stop, a fatal choice. A life ended on the interstate because someone decided that running was better than stopping. December 3, 2024, a Kia sedan connected to an armed robbery fled from King George County deputies into Maryland, where officers deployed tire deflation devices along Route 301. The driver ignored the warnings and kept pushing, believing he could outrun spike strips and destiny itself. Charles County and La Plata police positioned themselves at multiple points, hoping to end the chase before disaster struck. He was about to learn that physics doesn't care about robbery charges or escape plans. A simple pursuit was about to become a recovery mission. The Kia crashed violently into multiple vehicles at a nighttime intersection, turning a police pursuit into a mass casualty scene in seconds. First responders arrived to find wreckage scattered across the roadway, with injured victims needing immediate medical attention from the pileup. The suspect's decision to flee had now endangered innocent drivers who were just trying to get home on a Tuesday night. Dashboard and body cam footage captured the chaotic aftermath. Officers rushing between crumpled cars, calling for medics and trying to make sense of the destruction. A robbery suspect had turned a highway into a disaster zone.
1050. 2 cars.
Black Force to Dalen, 4 at a time.
See your hands! Let me see your hands!
I got movement inside the vehicle.
Look out of the vehicle! Stand up and...
I got cover. Is there anybody else on the other side?
Yes, there's a passenger.
Okay.
Put your hands behind your fucking back right now. Is she out of the vehicle yet or no?
No, I think he's trapped.
Can you stay with him?
Yep. We still got movement in there.
Need a second. Can you see if MSP or the highway can assist with traffic?
The footage shows first responders attending to severely injured individuals at a crash that would claim at least one life because a driver refused to pull over. Viewer discretion was advised for good reason. The images are graphic, and the outcome was fatal for those who thought they could outrun law enforcement. Tire deflation devices were deployed, officers were positioned, but none of it stopped a determined driver from causing a catastrophe. A robbery in Virginia led to a deadly crash in Maryland, and multiple families are now planning funerals. The pursuit ended. So did lives, all because one person couldn't accept a traffic stop. April 20th, 2024, Carroll County Police spotted a vehicle whose driver clearly hadn't learned that running from cops is a terrible life strategy. Officers hit their lights and sirens, expecting a routine stop, but the driver decided that accelerating was better than admitting defeat. He lost control, crashed violently, and turned his car into a pile of twisted metal on the pavement. Road conditions, traffic, and common sense were all ignored as the suspect turned a simple pullover into a fatal wreck. He was about to learn that physics doesn't care about his ego, and that lesson came with a body bag.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Is there any weapons in the car?
Nope.
All right. All right, 193 Carol. I got one occupant in the vehicle that was fleeing. He's conscious, seems to be stable, but we got some blood. I don't know from where. All right, hey man, where are you hurt? I told him to. Did you hit your head? Let me see your face, dude.
We're south. One's got a white jacket. One's got a black.
Are you trapped in there, man, or can you move?
Yeah, but you right now. Everybody beats you.
Don't.
Like,
all right, your leg looks pretty jacked up. Just don't. All right, let me get
Girl trapped. If you guys can lay the stair. She's was the driver and she's trapped in her car.
Okay. All
And
right.
the car's starting to smoke.
Okay. All right.
The suspect weaved through traffic like he was playing a video game, except this game had real cars and real consequences. Officers had to make impossible choices: chase him, contain him, or watch him turn innocent drivers into crash test dummies. Every second cranked up the danger meter as the driver treated the highway like his personal racetrack. Speed, bad decisions, and zero survival instincts created a disaster waiting to happen. The pursuit reached its peak when the suspect's driving skills ran out before his luck did.
We got medics coming right now that will be able to cut the door.
In there. I can't get that door open. There's
They'll
no way.
be able to cut that
We're
door.
not going to be easily able to pull her out.
You guys have a blanket or a...
194. I'm through myself. Pull me out of the bridge.
Was one of the police? Is there a second car?
Yeah,
Is there anybody in the other vehicle?
correct, but he's okay.
He is.
710 Carol.
Pajamas in bed.
Do you have a med kit bag?
Down there? Yeah.
I'm gonna go to this
That's where
guy.
The suspect crashed violently into another vehicle driven by an innocent woman who was simply trying to share the road with a madman. She was pronounced dead at the scene, her only crime being in the wrong place at the wrong time because someone else chose to flee. The suspect somehow survived, because the universe has a twisted sense of humor when it comes to who lives and who dies. A woman went to work that morning and never came home, all because one coward thought he was faster than radio waves. The suspect will get a second chance he never deserved. She won't. That's the real tragedy here. July 22nd, 2024. A Talbot County deputy tried to stop a car on US Route 50, but the driver decided running was smarter than pulling over until he lost control and crashed violently at 95 miles per hour. The car shredded across the highway, flipping multiple times, leaving twisted metal and shattered glass scattered across all lanes of traffic. After officers pulled him from the wreckage, he looked around with a blank stare and asked, "Who was driving?" As if amnesia excuses felony fleeing and turning a car into origami. "Sir, you were driving. Your car is now a crumpled paperweight. The answer is you." And the Dashcam agrees.
No, if you keep reaching, you're going to get shot if you pull something out. You understand me? Climb out this fucking window right here. Bro, I'm not playing with you. Climb out this window. We're here to help you now. Climb out this window. It's clear.
Turn it, when you get out, turn and face the car. Turn and face the car. Please, God, please.
Okay.
Can you get her?
What? Help me, bro.
Climb out this window.
I can't. I need your help.
Bro, hold on just a second.
Who was driving?
You were driving. Okay, stay right there then. Just sit right there.
Bro, help me, bro.
We're trying, but if your legs are stuck, we can't get your legs unstuck. We got to get the fire department. All right?
Officers surrounded the wreckage with guns drawn, but the driver ignored commands like a toddler refusing bedtime. Inside the crumpled car, multiple victims were trapped, including an elderly woman with agonal breathing, fighting for her last moments. First responders shifted from pursuit to rescue, cutting and pulling 4 to 5 people from the metal coffin. A harsh lesson was being written in blood and sirens. Ride with a felon, and you might share his body bag. They all learned that joining a bad driver means joining a bad ending.
He wants her to stay in here.
Can you help you out? Yes. Any of this movable?
The driver's leg was pinned inside the wreckage, and officers worked frantically to cut him free while he cried about his stomach and his terrible life choices. Fire crews arrived to extract him as he asked the same dumb question again. Who was driving? Because hitting a ditch at 95 miles per hour causes selective memory loss. 4 patients were pulled from the wreckage, including an unresponsive passenger barely clinging to life. The driver wanted to know who was driving, and now you're paying for it, or... April 20th, 2024, officers attempted a routine traffic stop, but the driver refused to pull over and accelerated into a pursuit, weaving aggressively through traffic. He blew through a red light at an intersection and crashed violently into an uninvolved vehicle, sending both cars into a nearby building. The building collapsed on top of both vehicles, burying the wreckage under tons of concrete and rubble. An innocent pedestrian walking nearby lost his life under the collapsed structure. He thought he could outrun a ticket. Instead, he outran his luck and brought a building down with him.
Hit a car, collapsed building just fell on it, north and wolf, get some units, a couple medics. Hit a civilian vehicle, the building collapsed on it, on both vehicles, start a couple medics from the... Single 13, north to the wall.
Let me see your head! 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 Hey, give me your head! Let me see your head!
The crash claimed multiple lives. The pedestrian was killed under the building, occupants in the uninvolved vehicle died at the scene, and the fleeing driver was pronounced dead behind the wheel. A passenger in the suspect's back seat somehow survived, probably wondering why he trusted a man with zero survival instincts. Officers arrived within seconds, but for several people the damage was already irreversible, crushed by concrete, metal, and one man's ego. A simple traffic stop ended with a collapsed building and a stack of body bags. Next time, just pull over. Oh wait, there won't be a next time for anyone involved.